Wow, and just like that, the Seattle Seahawks are your Super Bowl 60 champions for the 2025-26 NFL season. And that defense, man, was one of the most devastating units in the league throughout this entire year. And that was on full display in Super Bowl 60. Drake May being sacked 6 times, being the most sacked quarterback in postseason history with a total of 21. And in the previous games in the playoffs, he was sacked 5 times each. But the Seahawks team was able to do that 6 times, 3 times in particular in the first half. Just a credit to how much of a defensive mastermind and genius that head coach Mike McDonald has been throughout this entire year and for this whole squad. And it's not just a defense in this one. Obviously, they're the mainstay from this game, but also you talk about Kenneth Walker. As Kenneth Walker won Super Bowl MVP, and rightfully so because he definitely earned it. He had 14 carries for 94 rushing yards in the first half, bludgeoning the Patriots defense from a run game perspective. As for the game, he had 26 carries for 134 rushing yards, and in total, he had 160 all-purpose yards, averaging 5.2 yards per carry on the ground. Sam Darnold, he didn't have to do too much, but that was a great touchdown in the second half to A.J. Barner, which really started the avalanche to flow. Defensively, they were able to get a pick 6 from Nwosu. Before that, Julian Love had an interception as well too. Derek Hall forcing a fumble that Byron Murphy recovered. I mean, the defense was just flying over the field and they were smothering. They forced the Patriots to only 51 points in the first half. Don't get deceived by Drake May throwing for over 240 passing yards for the game because a lot of that was window dressing in the second half. It was just a defensive masterclass overall from Seattle, and they've been one of the best units throughout this year, and they showed that on full display throughout this entire postseason and year in general. And that's why they have their second Super Bowl in franchise history right now. And just a props to how Mike McDonald in his second season as a Seattle head coach has his first Super Bowl being one of the youngest head coaches in NFL history to win the Super Bowl. Really, just congrats to Seattle and all their fans for sure in the 12th man. And y'all can't see it right now, but I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. And y'all all know that DeMarcus Lawrence said this when he signed with Seattle last spring.
You know, Dallas is my home. I made my home there. You know, my family lives there. You know, I'm forever going to be there. But, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah. Yeah.
And bro was definitely right, so I can't even say nothing. Congrats to D-Law. Congrats to Seattle in general. They earned this Super Bowl. Drake May had a phenomenal second season, 23 years old, being the second youngest quarterback in NFL history to start in the Super Bowl. But we all knew going into this matchup, Seattle was a better team ultimately, and usually a better team ends up winning, particularly in the Super Bowl. And they really dominated. In the first half, it was a snooze fest, being a field goal fest. But in the second half, like I said, things really opened up. So shout out to the Seattle Seahawks for winning Super Bowl 60. Check out our full Super Bowl 60 recap and reaction at Attack on Sports on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well at AJ Russ, where I'll be posting an individual Super Bowl 60 recap there in addition. So just stay tuned for a lot of content on Attack on Sports and on my channel. Give God glory in all that you do. Know that Jesus loves you. Y'all keep being blessed and legendary, and y'all have a good one. Swag.